All right, the River Park is open. The Allegheny Journal did a really nice little article on that the other day. I actually went over and took some nice pictures. The road's in the process of being fixed. The road was in a lot worse shape than I thought it was until I took a ride over there. So it's in the process of being fixed. They're working on it as they can. I would ask that maybe you go back when the water's not high though and look at we got a nice little rock beach down there by the river that folks can get on and enjoy themselves. But it's pretty nice over there and we're happy with it. So we appreciate you taking the time to go over there and do that. There is one issue over there though that needs to be dealt with, and you and your dad interested in the other dead tree that's over there?
Yeah, maybe. How big is it? Smaller? Alright, yeah.
It's up in those cedars by the picnic shelter. I think you got room to drop it. So could you take care of that before a tree limb falls on somebody's car? Or
We'll try.
so that would be a big help. The playground down here, as I talked about at the work session, pretty rough shape with all the rain that's been here. That's one of the things that needs to be addressed. We'd need to buy some drain tile and put it in under the swing sets, run it to the ditch going under the railroad tracks, get that done. And once we get that done, we need to go ahead and buy some approved mulch for the playground to get it back under the swing sets and sliding boards, things of that nature. I have two companies to contact that provide the mulch. One of them's over here in Bonsack, and the other one is who the city of Covington gets their mulch from, and they come out of Pennsylvania and only bring it on a tractor trailer load. And based on what I have researched and found out with talking to these companies, we're probably going to need a tractor trailer load because the safety guidelines specify how much mulch, how many inches of mulch in thickness you have to have under your equipment based on the height of your equipment. So we need to address that. It's, like I said, it's in pretty rough shape, and it's not good to have that nice of a facility in that type of condition. Wendy, we need to schedule a meeting with Michael Jeffries from Thompson and Litton. He is the lead engineer working on our projects for us. So would you do that and notify me and ER and the two citizen members as to when that'll be. And anybody else on council or anybody else period that wants to come in and settle in on these conversations and talks, just ask Wendy to let you know when they're going to be, and we'd be happy to have you. It's going to be a long process, it's going to be a big process, and it's going to be a big project. But we're looking at a sewer renovation, some water renovation, and moving the pressure reducing valve from the top of the hill down, and fixing the dead end lines and problems that we have in town. So it's going to be a big deal for the town to go into something like this. But it's the only way that we can move forward. So. And then, let's see, you gave me two things tonight. A reminder for, I guess this is a ribbon cutting from Allegheny County, or the Highlands Chamber of Commerce for Wednesday, May the 1st at 11:30 a.m. for Allegheny Bike, Kayak, and Tube, Allegheny Outdoors, 1903 Dressner Drive in Covington. So if anybody can go to that, you should maybe try to do that. And then Chris, we've got the police report here for last month. And boy, wow. They worked a total of 74 and a half hours down here last month. They wrote a total of 39 citations. That's a big month. We appreciate that. But while we're talking about this, it came up at the work session And I don't know if you wanna talk to your people working down here or what you wanna do, but the residents would like to see a little bit more patrol action. Tannery Road was mentioned as coming up kinda lacking on patrol. Railroad Avenue was mentioned as coming up lacking on patrol. Playground was mentioned, and I don't know anything about the river park because there's nobody over there really to see that. And we haven't had any incidents over there this year. But, you know, all in all, y'all are doing a great job for us. But these are just some of the things that have been said to us. And I told you a long time ago, you know, I'll pass along anything that I hear from the citizens. So if you could just maybe work on that a little bit for us. And then another thing that I don't know if this is something that can even be addressed, but what would be the proper process for basketball goals placed over the road and children playing basketball in the road? Had several complaints of people calling and saying that the children are playing basketball, they won't move out of the way, they have to stop and wait for them, that type of thing.
Looking forward to having an ordinance, you can't have the goals on the streets or on the right of way. I don't know if you have that down here or not,
I don't know whether we do or not.
There is a state code that we ran into this several years ago, many times, and there is a state code which I do not remember. Children cannot play in a highway or a road.
Okay. All right, thank you. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Have them call sheriff's office.
Okay.
And we need to come down and get them.
Let me ask you this, is that something that you might want to maybe just go to a knock and talk and mention it to them, or you want it to be an official report to the sheriff's department?
Well, if we have somebody down here working, there's somebody here we don't know, it kind of defeats the purpose of having somebody down here.
Right.
If it's at that point, I mean, if we need to go correctly and talk to adults or parents or babysitters or whoever, we'll do that.
Okay.
And then don't call 911 or something like that, call the non-emergency number. But, you know, if it's something that needs to be addressed and looked into, we'll definitely do that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And, you know, in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, school's gonna be out for the summer, so.
Right.
Our call volumes will
Go up.
increase. Yeah.
And the last thing I want to talk about tonight is the budget. The budget is finished. At least we think it's finished. We've met several times. It's been a hard budget year. And I think right here on the front page, supervisors facing tough budget year. You can say that for everybody. Everybody. Toughest year that I've been involved with here, trying to come up with the money to make it work for another year. Less people living here, less people living in the county, less people living in Clifton Forge. The whole area is in a decline in population, and a decline in population equals a decline in tax base and revenue. And it's hard to make it up. And on top of that, everything you do, every service you provide goes up in cost every year. We've got a budget in place. We're pretty satisfied with the budget. We have some things moving into the new budget year that we need to work on and critique and tweak to bring things back in line and get a better handle on some of our expenses and understand more of why our expenses are what they are, but we're working on that too. We are going to meet one more time though, just to go over the numbers again, make sure that they're workable and reliable, and present a good budget next month. It'll be in the paper before 2 weeks before the next meeting. I'd like to put it in your paper too if we can, and get it out there for you to take a look at. Public hearing in May, public hearing in June, we'll vote on it at the council meeting in June on the budget for next year. So, it's been a lot of work. It's been hard work. Kawana and ER and Wendy have been great to come up with the numbers that are gonna make it work. And actually, in the end, it's probably gonna be one of the best budgets that we've ever had to be able to work through and depend on. So, I'm optimistic about that. So, anything you'd like to add? ER? Kawana?
No, sir.